Hey everybody, this is Derek, aka No One on YouTube. Thank you for clicking on my video. And we got something special today. We're going to do a collaboration and we're going to do another Nightwish reaction. If you guys have seen my previous collaboration with Sloan Plays, I introduced him to Ghost Love Score. Now, he was already familiar with Nightwish, but he did Romanticide first, and then he did Wish I Had an Angel. But I had the privilege of introducing him to Ghost Love Score. So, on the channel today, we have Mike Caudle. He's from Caudle Brothers Music. I did an interview with the brothers. Actually, it wasn't just the brothers. It was Peter too. So
The brothers plus Peter. I think you've done two so far.
yeah. So that's pretty cool. I'll have the link in the video in the description to the interview. Also, a link to their channel. Maybe just introduce yourself to everybody here. If they didn't get a chance to see the interview yet, you are part of Caudle Brothers Music, so you guys do video game soundtracks, correct?
Correct. We initially had started out as wanting to do like a music education thing, so we wrote a bunch of original music going through some theory-based things, and then we just kind of pivoted one day because we were interested to do a video game cover, and after that very first one, it was very apparent that that was our niche and that's what we wanted to start doing. It was just way more fun and we were able to crank out music so much faster, and yeah, so that's what we do now is just heavy video game covers.
Nice. And you just released something, like literally just in the past week, right?
Nope, not yet. That's this upcoming Friday. We're
Oh,
releasing
okay.
a long Pokemon cover. So we're doing it in acts. So we're going to do Act 1 this Friday, Act 2 in April, and then every other month until the end of the year, on top of music in between. So it's going to be a big year for us.
Nice. Okay, now I know nothing about Pokemon. I didn't even know it had a soundtrack.
This Friday is their 30th anniversary, so we were able to
Wow.
actually get licensing for all the music that we're releasing so we can actually market it to a wider audience.
Well, you guys heard that first on this channel. So you guys check out, I'm going to have in the description Caudle Brothers Music link to their YouTube as well as all their social media so that you can go follow them on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
All the
Yeah,
socials.
all the socials is going to be in the description. The majority of you guys here are probably from the Nightwish Army. And by the way, Mike, I don't know if you know this, but uh, Nightwish Ghost Love Score live at Wacken Open Air 2013 with Floor Jansen is the #1 most reacted to music video on YouTube.
I did not know that.
And so when I had Sloan Plays and I told him that, he's like, "What's the second?" I'm like, "I have no idea. Go ask Chat GPT." So, so like you said, by the way, Mike is going in blind. Now, you said that you know Floor Jansen and you know Taria.
Yeah, they're the
How,
only two members I know of. I've
oh,
never
no,
listened to Nightwish. I've never even heard of any of the other members.
all Mike knows is that they're a symphonic metal band, and I guess he just knows the name of Taria Turunen and then Floor Jansen. Um, with Taria, there's a huge fan base that loves Taria, and they were with Taria when she was in the band. But she has a very rich, warm, deep operatic vocal. So, um, some people love that, and then some people not so much. Then there was Annette who came in the middle, and when Annette came, all the Taria fans left Nightwish because Annette has a how do you it's a very squeaky, thin, but I mean she's got a good voice. Um, it's just different. It's not operatic. It's not rock because Floriansen, she was in After Forever, and then when After Forever broke up, she started another metal band called Revamp. That's when Floor started doing more growling.
Okay.
So Floor was also classically trained. So when Floor joined in on Nightwish, Floor can do the operatic styles. Floor can do the growls. Floor can do pretty much anything. She goes from different genres. So you're going to see a little variety of vocal styles in this performance. Now, Ghost Love score, the ending word score, like a orchestral piece, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it has like two different sections and an intermission, like a musical, like orchestral intermission, and the band will leave the stage and all that stuff. But there's like three major Nightwish performances with Floor that are considered like the epic masterpieces, and this is just like one of them.
Okay.
And this is actually like the first one, and each one just kind of tops the next one. So this is not like a typical song. This is more like a musical experience is what this is. Let me go ahead and share the screen. So this is Nightwish, and this is Ghost Love score. Just to give you just a quick little thing with Floor, technically she wasn't in the band yet. She wasn't announced as the official lead singer until after this show. So when I was talking about the second lead singer that left, she left around October 2012. So Floor had already been performing with the band as a substitute for like maybe 8 or 10 months by this time.
So this is like the soft launch.
Yes. So this was like, Floor says she was extremely nervous, but she had the best time, but she was very nervous. But she said that, this was the biggest festival with Nightwish that she had ever, performed. But with this with this whole concert, because this whole concert's on a Blu-ray, that's when the main composer and the founding member, Tuomas, asked her to join permanently. And she was still in Revamp. So for a couple of years, she was in two bands at the same time. She was in Nightwish and Revamp. But anyway, so let's go ahead and start this. And this is Ghost Love score at Wacken Open Air 2013. Can you hear it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. By the way, 82,000 people.
That's crazy.
What's your first impression?
It gives me goosebumps. They got like an awesome stage setup, and they're just very easy to follow. Like there's a lot of different things that they've gone through in just that little bit, and it's just easy to follow with.
I was wondering, since you're a musician and a songwriter and a guitar player, like if you note, obviously you must have noticed not just the different transitions, but the different the timing.
Yeah.
Time signatures, that's what it's called, right?
Yep.
So
Yeah,
there were
they
like,
changed it at least 3 times there.
yeah, there were like 3 different time signatures there before Flora even started. She came out, and then she comes out like a goddess.
Yeah, and it doesn't. Her vocals aren't like above or below where they need to be. They fit very well.
Yeah. Now she's going to do a lot of colors. She's going to change texture colors. Right now, she's just starting out softly. There's actually a video that she did where she reacted to herself. So the singer of Nightwish reacts to Nightwish. And she actually was breaking down like the vocal technique, why she chose certain ways of doing her vocals, and then just personal stories and stuff like that. So that's
Oh,
actually
that's
pretty cool.
cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool to watch. But yeah, that section in the chorus where she goes, "My fall will be for you," and she just sustains those long notes in a sort of like an operatic way. It's just kind of stunning. So I'm just kind of gonna go back to that part, and then we'll keep it playing. That bass. Look at her mouth. Her vocals are insane.
Yes, the chimes.
From the deep came to me, sang my name, my Lord. Still I write my songs about the dream of mine, worth everything I may ever be. The child will be born again, that siren carried him to me. First of them true loves, sitting on the shoulder of an angel without care for love alone.
Now, don't get him wrong. The dude can shred. But what Empu does with any of his guitar solos in a song is he does what is needed for the song. So
Yeah, it's
he never overdoes it. So what he just did was simple but yet effective for the song.
sometimes less is more.
Yeah, exactly. But the dude can shred.
Everyone there is just so locked in.
I know. I love that part because even though it's not like a growl, you could hear that she can get aggressive.
It makes me think of Christina Scabia from Lacuna Coil.
Oh, yeah.
Like she's got that range in the second movement of this whole thing, and yeah, it's like giving me the same feel.
Yeah, so if you notice, like at the beginning of the song, it was very clear, but it was light, right? And very crisp and clear. Now she got a little bit more powerful when she came back in. Then she had that operatic tone right before she did the aggressive tone. And she says the same thing. Cure me, kill me, bring me home. Something like that. Okay, this part. So we'll let it play. A little bit more fuller, operatic. Now you can hear a Celtic influence, right?
Oh, yeah.
She's like, I killed it.
Yeah, that was really good.
What a performance, right?
Yeah.
You know, that was number 13 on the set list. There were
No.
12 songs. There were 12 songs previous to that. And there was, I think, 2 more songs after that. It's 13 songs in a 15-song set list.
Okay.
So a lot of times, like, people on YouTube are like, you know, oh, did they open with that? And, you know, because like she sounds so good. And it's like, no, this was like an hour and a half into the show. But you could see like, oh, in the original version with the first singer, with Daria, the ending part is just like she sings the chorus once and then it just plays out with the music. But Floor is friends with Daria because when Floor was in After Forever, they toured with Nightwish. So they've known each other. So sometimes there could be a rift with the fan base, but there's no rift between the two ladies. They're actually very good friends. But Floor, when she would sing the song on her own, she would always add things in the end. And so when she joined the band, she kind of was like, you know, can I try this? And the band was like, oh, yeah, you can do that tonight. And then now it just became her thing. You know, it's just kind of like they do this song like all the time and that ending. So you can see how she built it up, right? Right up to that last note. When she hit that note, what went through your mind?
That she's got perfect vocals and it's wildly attractive.
Yeah, well, she is our 6'1" Valkyrie warrior queen of metal, symphonic metal. So
Clad in leather, yeah. I was thinking that too, like Valkyrie.
Bingo, that's it. Yeah, she's our Valkyrie. She's our siren. When she hits that note or any high notes in the Nightwish army or in the fan base, it's called a floorgasm.
I could see that.
So whenever somebody's like freshly introduced to Nightwish, you'll see it in the comment section. We'll be like, "Oh, you're about to have a floorgasm."
It's like they made the aria of the song, the crescendo, you know. It's kind of cool how they put their composition together and like just built it up, made it an experience. I feel like that's why everyone there was just so locked in.
Yeah, and I don't want to take away from the band and just focus on Floor because you're right. Because, you know, Tuomas, the keyboard guy, he's the one that writes and composes all the music. So he's the one who put like everything together. And he's very much inspired by like Hans Zimmer. So you can notice that some of the music is very cinematic, right?
Very, like, even with how the drummer is coordinated with it. Like, those hits are very, like, calculated, so the rest of the band kind of follows suit with it, and it's an awesome dynamic.
Yeah, and he's an awesome drummer. Unfortunately, he had to leave as a drummer, and a friend of his from another band came in and took his place, but he still does like management for the band. But he had like health issues and he was suffering from insomnia and different stuff, so unfortunately he had to kind of like step aside as the drummer. You can tell musically they're all, what's the word? They're just tight.
Yeah, they're tight-knit.
They're tight-knit. Now, that is a real, I think it's I know the Nightwish Army is going to kill me if I say this wrong. You did this wrong. But I think it's the London Philharmonic Orchestra, I think. Okay. And choir that is on like the studio track and then what you hear in the backing track. You know, he does a lot of the stuff on the keyboards, but obviously they can't bring an orchestra and a choir, to
Right.
every.
So they're the backing track.
That's a backing track. Yeah. If you're going to play a backing track, every musician has to be on point, like
Yeah.
no mistake. And that's
Yeah, everyone's got to be in sync.
And that's the entire show.
Yeah.
One person makes a mistake that can offset everybody else's timing,
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine. That would be a lot of stress, but I guess if you're in a symphonic metal band, you'd have to get that's just part of the deal, I suppose,
Yeah, I mean, they're all very well trained. They probably are disciplined, like they don't have any worries with each other kind of thing. So it's like they have that trust to play their parts and do it extremely tight.
Yeah. Now the guitarist with the blonde hair and the keyboardist, they're two of the. Well, was Yuka on drums? Was he one of the founding members? But they started like in 1996, so they were really young. I think they were like 19 or 20.
Wow.
I think they had just come out of the armed forces, or maybe I'm getting my timing wrong. Maybe they started the band, then they went off to the armed forces and came back. I'm not quite sure exactly the timing and how it happened. But yeah, I mean, they've been together since they were like kids for a long time. Their music is so diverse. So this was what you would call a score. That's why it's called Ghost Love Score. So the song itself is about a ghost love. It's about a love that's no longer there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a score. But they have like regular normal songs too. They have angry songs that go a little hard. And then they have a couple other score masterpieces. They have one called The Greatest Show on Earth, which is about evolution of the universe and planet Earth and everything like that. And if you think this was not a journey in comparison to that, you'll have to check that one out.
I will. I really liked what I heard. I know there's bands that I've listened to that are somewhat similar, but they just weren't as captivating as Nightwish was. Like Flesh God Apocalypse, they might be a little heavier, but they're still in the same wheelhouse of symphonic metal, and I can't get into that band as much as like just watching this video. That was awesome.
This entire show, the Wacken Open Air show, from beginning to end, is just every single song slaps. Every single song. It really, really does.
If they got the whole thing, I'll probably watch it.
Yeah, they do. And I can send you the link where it has like with the correct speed. As a matter of fact, on the collaboration that I did with Dimitri, one of the commenters left that link to the full show of the correct speed and all of that stuff. So I'll just go in there and like copy and paste it to you on Instagram or something like that.
Perfect.
Yeah. So so there you guys have it. This is Mike Caudle from the Caudle Brothers Music, and this was his introduction, literally his first time introduction to Nightwish. And of course I had to start him off to Ghost Love Score. Now, if you guys want to see him react to another one, you guys are going to have to leave it in the comment section. And what would you like to see him react to next? Because he is a metal guitar player. So if you want to see him do something more metal than what this was, like if you want to see him react to Romanticide, or Yours Is an Empty Hope if you want him to hear Floor growl, or maybe you want him to do something softer. I mean, I don't know. You said put it in the comment section what you'd like to see him react to, and then maybe we can see if we can collaborate a second time with him. So leave it in there. Now, I'm going to put the link to the original video of Nightwish in the description, as well as all of Nightwish's socials, as well as Floor Jansen, so you can follow them, because I'm just a reactor putting the music out in front of you. So we want to make sure that we want to support the artists. And then, of course, all of my socials and all of Mike's socials and Caudle Brothers is going to be in the description as well. You guys, please go check out his channel, subscribe, and then follow him and all his him and his brother and Peter, Caudle Brothers Music, on all their socials, and give them the support. And I think we're probably going to wrap it up over here. So thank you, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thank you.